to another Young at Art at Home family yoga class. I'm excited to be here with you. My name is Sylvie from Steamboat Creates, and we have lots of online Young at Art videos of different art projects and activities you can do, all with simple materials and supplies. So I hope you check it out at steamboatcreates.org/classes. We're going to get started. Most important during this yoga and mindfulness class is that you are having fun and laughing and taking care of your body. You are the only one who knows best how to take care of your body. So if you feel anything that feels like ouch, please stop and make sure that you are slowing down or changing the shape of your body, changing your position. Great. So we are going to get started, as we often do, with our 5 shakes. For 5 shakes, this is a warm-up where we are going to jump around. We're going to shake each arm and then each leg 5 times, and then we're going to count backwards to 4, 3, 2, 1. So get ready for 5 shakes. After we do 1, 1, 1, 1, we're going to strike a pose, and it can be any shape with your body. And you can do a favorite shape, or you can do a different shape from the last time you did this. All right, let's stand up and get started. Count with me really loud so I can hear ya. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1. Pose. Awesome. Great job. I hope you're feeling warmed up. That one always gets me warmed up. Next, we're going to do our yoga pretzels. If you have not joined us before, yoga pretzels is making shapes with our body. And there are no real pretzels with this exercise, just pretend ones. I am going to say certain body parts, and those are going to be the only parts of your body that can be touching the floor. All right, so the challenge is, if I say 2 hands and 2 feet, only your hands and feet can be touching the ground. Let me see you do it. 2 hands and 2 feet. I'll do it too. Great, and yours might look different than mine. Mine is 2 feet this way. Maybe you're doing it 2 hands and 2 feet this way, or maybe you have an even more creative way to make that shape. Awesome job. Okay, next we are going to do 1 hand and 1 foot. Yours can look different than mine, so let me see it. 1 hand and 1 foot touching the ground. I'm going to do it this way. 1 hand and 1 foot, and then I got to lift up everything else. 1 hand and 1 foot. Excellent. Good work. Okay, this time we're going to do knees and our toes. So only knees and toes touching the ground. What does that look like for you? For me, I'm tucking my toes under, have my knees on the ground, and I'm going to reach my arms up nice and tall to give a good stretch. Great job. Okay, this time, bellies only. Only your belly touching the ground, nothing else. Let me see it. Hands and legs off the ground. And are you still breathing? Great job. Okay, so next we are going to do our knees, elbows, forehead. So forehead touching the ground, elbows right here, and knees. Let's see it. Good job. Okay, this time we are gonna do just our hands and our legs. So only hands and legs. What does that look like? For me, I'm gonna have my legs on the ground and my hands, and I'm lifting up my bottom off the ground. Good job. Okay, how about the tops of your legs and your hands? So the tops of your legs, your knees, and your hands on the ground. But belly's off the ground. Yes, good job. And what pose does this look like that we've done before? Yes, it might look like a seal pose or a slithering snake. Awesome. Okay, so let's come back to crisscross. Thanks for doing that yoga pretzels warm up with me. We are now going to stand up to do our sun dance. And if you've done this with me before, please say the words with me. We'll do it a few times. So if you are joining us for the first time, you can learn the words. We're going to stand up in mountain pose. Great job. So in mountain pose, ready? Reach for the sky. Reach for my toes. Superwoman flies. Touch the mat with my nose. Hiss like a snake. One bark like a dog. Woof! Slow breath in. Now jump to frog. Touch your toes again. Slow breath in. Hands to my heart. Great job. This time, let's go even faster. Are you ready? Show me your mountain pose. Reach for the sky, reach for my toes. Superman flies, touch a mat with my nose. Hiss like a snake, one bark like a dog. Woof! Slow breath in. Now I'm a frog. Touch your toes again. Reach for a star. Slow breath in. Hands to my heart. I got ahead of myself that time. But we are going to try it even faster. Show me your mountain pose. Are you ready? Say it with me. Reach for the sky, reach for my toes. Superman flies, touch a mat with my nose. Hiss like a snake, one bark like a dog. Woof! Big breath in. Now I'm a frog. Touch your toes again. Reach for a star. Hands to my heart. That was really fast. Oh my goodness, I'm out of breath. Okay, this time we're going to do it super slowly. Are you ready? Show me your mountain pose. Reach for the sky. Reach for my toes. Superwoman flies. Touch the mat with my nose. Hiss like a snake. One bark like a dog. Whoop! Slow breath in. Now jump to frog. Touch your toes in. Reach for a star. Slow breath in. Hands to my heart. Great job. All right, let's come back down to crisscross applesauce. And we are going to do our mindful listening. So sometimes with this creative yoga, we are moving around and we're loud, and sometimes we get really quiet. And this is our mindful listening. And if you haven't joined us before, mindfulness means paying attention. And we're paying attention to right now with kindness. So if we're doing mindful listening, we're paying attention with a certain part of our body. What part body are we going to use to mindfully listen? Yes, we are going to use our ears for mindful listening. So we're going to make the rest of our body really quiet. I'm going to close my eyes. You can close your eyes or the mat in front of you or the floor. Open your ears and we're going to listen to this sound as long as you can hear it. And when the sound stops and you cannot hear it anymore, you're going to raise your hand and also stay quiet if you're doing this with other people so they can keep listening. All right? Open your ears, close your eyes. Here we go. Great job, and great job if you're still listening. Go ahead and take this hand that's in the air and put it on your belly. And we are going to do 4 mindful breaths, which means we are paying attention to our breathing as we breathe in and as we breathe out. And don't feel a need to change your breath. It might change a little bit from paying attention to it, but we just want to pay attention to how our breathing is as you breathe in and out. Awesome. Thanks for doing that with me. All right, before we move on to some more movement yoga, we are going to talk just for a moment about colors. I have a question for you. What color are you feeling like right now? This might be a tricky question, or maybe you've thought about this before, but sometimes our feelings can feel like colors, and we won't necessarily see the color, but you might feel a certain way and imagine that it is a color. So right now, for me, I am feeling like a yellow color. I am feeling that yellow color because the sun is out after where I'm living a weekend that was really rainy and pretty cloudy. I'm also feeling a yellow color because doing this family yoga class with all of you makes me happy and makes me feel warm inside. So the color I'm feeling right now is yellow. What is the color that you are feeling right now? Great. Thanks for sharing that with me or with the people that you're doing this with. If you can identify, if you can tell what color you're feeling throughout the day, and those colors are going to change because how we feel is going to change throughout the day, it's really important to recognize how you're feeling, to know how am I feeling right now, and what do I need, and what do I want. And sometimes colors can be an easier way to tell how you're feeling than trying to find a word for it. Because there's lots of colors out there, and just as many as there are words to describe your feelings, there are different colors. And so sometimes you can draw about the feeling you're feeling with a certain color or shapes or whatever else comes to mind. Sometimes if you're feeling a certain color, you can also tell someone that you're living with or tell an adult that you trust. So I hope that helps with a different way you can describe how you're feeling. Thanks for doing that with me. We are now going to get into some yoga, and I brought some friends back. If you've been here with me before, you've seen these friends early on. If you're new to doing yoga with me, I am gonna pick an animal out of this bag, and then we're gonna do that yoga pose. So the first animal I have for you looks like this. What kind of animal is that? Yes, That is a turtle, and it is a sea turtle. Put the sea turtle right here for us, and we're going to do sea turtle pose. So for sea turtle pose, we're going to put the bottoms of our feet together. We're going to take our hands and we're going to tuck them under our legs, and I'm going to tuck my head into my shell. And I want you to practice taking a few breaths, breathing into your shell and breathing out, breathing into your back and breathing out. Awesome, great job, turtles. Let's come back to crisscross and let's see what we get next. All right, a little stuck in here. Okay, this is the animal we got next. What animal is that? Yes, it's an elephant. So for our elephant pose, we're gonna stand up. We're gonna put on our really big elephant legs, and we're gonna put on our trunk with our hands together, okay? And we're gonna breathe in and then breathe out. Breathing in and breathe out. Ha. Breathe in. Ha. And while we're down, we're gonna get a sip of water in your trunk, and then we're gonna spray it out. Pretending like you're giving your elephant a shower. Go get some water and then spray it up. Great job, one more time. Awesome, elephants. Let's come back down to crisscross, applesauce, and see what we get next. Ooh, okay, here is the next animal that we have, and this is a kind of bear, right? What kind of bear? It is a panda bear, and it's got a little panda bear baby right here on its paw. And that's gonna stay clipped down. And for our panda bear, we are gonna sit in crisscross. And for this panda, it's got a little baby panda on its shoulder. Imagine you are trying to calm down that little baby panda with your breathing. If you want to, you can take a hand and put it on your belly. We're gonna take 3 breaths. Slowly in, and 4 breaths out. Excuse me, and I kind of made a mistake in how I explained that. So we're gonna breathe in for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna breathe out for 4. So it'll look like this. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, 2, 3, breathing out, 2, 3, 4. One more time, breathing in, 2, 3, breathing out, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Sorry I made a mistake in explaining that. I hope that you ended up catching it. Okay, so let's see what we get next. Ooh, here is a fun one. What kind of animal is that? Yes, it's a frog. So this frog is gonna sit on that sea turtle, and we're gonna come into frog pose. So you might remember this from our sun dance. We're gonna have our feet on the ground and our hands on the ground. And what do frogs really love to do? Yes, hop. Show me a hop. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. This time, before you hop again, we're gonna do some frog stretches. So feet on the ground, hands on the ground, bottoms up and bottoms down. Bottoms up, bottoms down. One more time, bottoms up, bottoms down. And now let's get ready to hop even higher. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow! Great job. You hopped even higher than before. All right, let's see what we get next. Ooh, what is this? Yeah, this is a really colorful caterpillar. So for this caterpillar pose, we are going to put our hands on the ground and our toes on the ground. So hands up front, toes way back, and then caterpillars like to inch along, right? So we are gonna bend our knees and straighten them. And bend our knees and straighten them. One more time, bend those knees and straighten them. Great job. All right, let's come back to crisscross applesauce. And let's see what we have next. Oh my goodness, we've got a really tall one now. What kind of animal is this? Yes, this is a giraffe. So for our giraffe pose, we are gonna stand up and get really tall. This is now gonna be my mouth, and I'm gonna stretch it way tall up here. And we're gonna eat some water. And then let's try to stretch and get some leaves over on this side. Let's stretch the other side, get some leaves over here. Let's try to stretch behind us and get the leaves way back there. Let's go down for a drink. Excellent job, giraffes. And let's come back to crisscross applesauce. Okay, so let's see what we have next. Ooh, this little one has a shirt on. What kind of animal is that? Yes, it is a pig. So for this pig, pigs love to roll around in the mud. So we are gonna do our pig pose that also looks like happy baby pose. So we're gonna come onto our backs and you're gonna bend your knees and you're gonna reach for your feet. And your feet are gonna be flat facing the ceiling, reaching for your feet, bending your knees so that they're coming down to either side of you. And then from here, you can roll around side to side. You can try a few oinks. Are you oinking? Great job. And now see if you can roll up to sitting. It may take a few tries and you might need to use your hands, and that's okay. Great job. Let's come back to crisscross and let's see what we have next. Oh my goodness. What is that animal? This animal is a monkey. So for our monkey pose, this is a silly one, we're gonna stand up and we're gonna turn around. So stand up and then turn around, and it's okay if you can't see because we're gonna get our feet nice and wide and we're gonna bend forward and we're gonna wave through our hands at all the other monkeys. Maybe you reach to one side of your leg, maybe you reach to the other, and then reach through again. Great job, monkeys. Let's come back to crisscross applesauce. And I think I have one more in the bag. Yes, our last one. What is this animal with these very long ears? That's right, it's a bunny. So for this bunny pose, it might look like some of the, one of the pretzel poses that we did at the beginning, because we're gonna come onto our knees. And first, we could be a bunny just like this, right? And maybe have your paws here. And 3 sniffs. Great job. Now, we're gonna put our bunny ears on, but our arms are gonna be our ears. So we're gonna put our forehead on the ground and reach your ears up, and then you can twist them around to see if you can hear different things. Awesome, great job, bunnies. Okay, so now we are gonna come into a relaxation. So we are gonna lay down on our backs, or you can be in any comfortable position that is best for you. And we are gonna listen to the story that I say. With other people, please remember that for the relaxation, you want to keep your body silent and your voices silent, and just listen to my voice, okay? So onto the floor or wherever you're doing your yoga, and we are gonna stretch our legs out beneath us. We're gonna let our hands fall to the side, and I want you to that all of those animals that we just did our yoga with are settling down all around you. And everyone's getting quiet with their bodies and quiet with their voices or their mouths. And I want you to imagine that there is a bright white light that is hovering above you. And this white light is bringing you warmth. It's making you feel like a really happy, safe color. It makes you feel strong and your body feels safe and relaxed. And that white light hovers above you and travels down to your feet. And as that bright white light is over your feet soften and sink towards the floor. And that bright white light comes up over your legs and knees. You take a slow breath in, breathing in the power of that bright white light and letting your legs soften and sink towards the floor. And that bright white light travels up to your belly, breathing in and taking a slow breath out. That bright white light makes your belly feel safe and soft and relaxed, letting it sink towards the floor. And you notice as that bright light hovers above your chest, that your back softens and sinks towards the floor. And next, that bright white light hovers over your shoulders, letting your shoulders sink down towards the floor as your whole body feels safe and happy and relaxed. And that bright white light goes over to your right hand and fingers, and they soften into the floor. And the bright white light travels over to the other side on your other arm and hand and fingers. You take a slow breath in and a slow breath out as that arm and fingers sink towards the floor. And next, that bright white light hovers over your forehead, and you're feeling the power of that bright white light sink in, and the peace and the happiness and the relaxation. As you soften your forehead, soften your eyes, soften the tongue on the roof of your mouth, soften your jaw, softening your thoughts, and noticing if this bright white light was a color of your feelings, how do you feel right now? What color do you feel hovering above you right now? Maybe it's the same color you felt in the beginning, or maybe it's different. Taking a slow breath in, gathering all the power and strength and safety from that bright white light. And a slow breath out, reaching your arms up overhead and stretching yourself a little bit longer, a little bit taller. And gathering that bright white light so it can stay with you, or whatever color you're feeling. And rolling onto one side and softening, pausing here for a moment to let that relaxation and that bright light sink in, knowing you can return to feeling this way at any point throughout the day. And now coming back up to crisscross. We're gonna do our mindful listening one more time. So coming into a comfortable position, if that's still laying down, that's okay. Closing your eyes or looking down to soften your gaze, open your ears. We're gonna listen to the sound for as long as we can hear it. And when the sound stops for you, raise your hand and stay quiet. Here we go. Excellent. Great job. And if you're still listening, great job. Thank you so much for joining me for another Steamboat Creates Young at Art at Home family yoga class. We will be going live for the next at least few Mondays. Check in with the Steamboat Creates Facebook page and you can join that event and you'll get any updates. And if you want to do other Young at Art at Home video classes, we have over a dozen classes on the Steamboat Creates YouTube channel. So please subscribe there so you'll get the first announcements of any new videos. We'll have 2 more new ones coming out this week. And you can check in with the newly announced videos on the Steamboat Creates classes page. So visit steamboatcreates.org/classes. And I can't wait to see you all again. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye.